So let's just go. Let's just be free.
Wat wil ik zeggen? Hello guys, today we have 5 trekking poles that we will be talking about, ranging from 180 euros to 30 or 50 euros. These are really old, but we're going to talk about each one very shortly and comparing them and stating, in my opinion, which one is the best at least. These 2 poles are mine. This one is my girlfriend's, and this one is also through others that she ordered, but she didn't choose them. But I took the opportunity now to have like 5 trekking poles to review, talk about, and also unbox. And maybe it will help you guys that you guys are thinking about buying one of these poles. And if you're more interested in knowing in deeper details about each pole, I will also be making separate videos for each pole, going more in details, testing them out, or like extending it. I may do it also here, but let's get started. So I think we will get started with the let's get started with the cheaper one, I think, or the cheapest one. This one is it's a Dutch company. It's made from aluminium, at least I think. Yeah, it's aluminium because it's pretty light. If it was from steel or something else, it'd be a bit heavier. This one is basically the cheapest I think you could get, or even you can get even cheaper because this has anti-shock. It is shocking that this has anti-shock because it's so cheap, but starting at this tip is not removable, but you can put a snow basket, and this extends like this, so it's a twisting mechanism. So one of the reasons I bought a new one is because I hate this mechanism. I think this one goes up until 135 centimeters, I think. And one of the reasons I bought a new one is because I hate this mechanism. And this was bought secondhand. This is my very first trekking pole, but it was a good choice, I think, because without knowing it, I bought anti-shock. So I've never experienced a pole without anti-shock. As you just saw, my hand slipped and it just closed. So that's one of the, yeah, so it's not really sturdy. I cannot even make it sturdy. But yeah, so now you know why I bought these. Bought new ones, but it did work. I've used it in the Pyrenees and I've used it in Belgium. It was a bit of a struggle sometimes, but it did its job. So if you want to hike cheaply, it is possible. You do not need to buy expensive ones, especially for your first time testing it out, because you don't know if you will like it or do it in the future. So I wouldn't waste your money. Always buy second-hand if you can, just so that you can save money and basically test stuff out. And this one is basically made of very, very hard plastic, or it feels kind of rubberish. And this thing is not removable, at least I think. I think it is removable with this screw. You just need to screw it loose, and then you can maybe change this strap. This strap is pretty durable, but as you can see, it's just a standard strap, and if you don't have gloves, it can cut through your hands, or not cut, but it can be very uncomfortable. And with this rubbery thing as well, you can eventually get blisters in your hand. So yeah, so that's the cheap stick, and as you can see, you will see the difference with all of them, how smooth they are or less smooth they are compared with each other. But yeah, this one is the least best, but it has like an inner anti-shock that you don't see, but if you press it on the ground you will see it. I may do it in other videos to show you. And with these ones, one of the anti-shocks do not work. So moving on, so this is Vrijbuiter, Trek, and you cannot even buy these anymore, but you can buy trekking poles like these. But these are basically the basics of the basics. and even a step up because it does have anti-shock. You also have poles without anti-shock, but yeah.
So for the long term, would you recommend those?
So my girlfriend just asked for the long term, would I recommend these? Absolutely not. The reason is because this tip, I cannot change it. That doesn't really bother me that much, but when you're trekking for a very long time, it can give you stress because you struggle with it. And the last time I used it, I was in a group, and say you need to adjust your pole very quickly to keep going because you need to get to a place at a certain time. Every little wastage of time can keep your whole group behind, and with a stick like this it may take like twice or 10 times as long as other people setting the pole up. And also because this pole is not very, you will see in a second the difference, or I'll talk about it here. No, I'll just talk about it now. Sorry, I may cut this out. But this pole is very difficult to measure equally or set up equally because it doesn't have a standard length here. So this length is pretty adjustable. You will see what I mean in a minute. But yeah, that was very, very frustrating, and you can have the risk of having lopsided trekking poles, which is also one of the reasons I upgraded. It's actually one of the biggest reasons I upgraded. So very, very bad, but good enough if you want to start off. But if you like trekking and you want to keep going, I would suggest upgrading. And there are different prices. I will check very quick, just took a few seconds, but I just checked on the website to see the price range again. And these are kind of mid-range, a bit on the high end kind of, because the most expensive poles of Black Diamond, it costs 180 euros and these cost 130 euros. These are the same price. And what this one is called is, these are the Trail Pro Shock trekking poles, but women's version. And these are the Trail Pro Shock trekking poles, men's version. So these are both the ones that me and my girlfriend have chosen, and they are pretty good, at least until from what I've tested out in my little house. But I haven't tested it in nature yet, so I cannot give that much comment on it. But just comparing the mechanism with these ones, I know that these ones I will like a lot more. So basically these are Black Diamonds, of course. You can see the name here, and if you're familiar with outdoor products, you kind of know the name. I really like Black Diamond. I have good experience with them, mostly with headlamps and climbing gear. I've used a lot in the mountains. I've never owned my own climbing gear, but I do know that they make very nice climbing gear, and I will maybe eventually buy my own climbing gear if I go climbing again, but I'm not, but we'll see. But moving on to these ones, so they are basically the same. The only difference with the women's version is the color and also the length. These ones go to 130 centimeters long, I think. Let me double check. No, sorry, 140 meters, and the women's version goes to, let me check very quickly, 125 centimeters. So it's a difference of 15 centimeters. 140 centimeters. So it's a difference of 15 centimeters. You get a difference. The funny thing is, my girlfriend is actually longer than me, but she bought the women's version, which I don't know. Why did you? Do you not like the black?
No. I prefer the aqua blue, but I thought that the women's version had a smaller grip.
Oh yeah, okay. So basically she thought the women's version had a smaller hand grip. That's why she chose the women's version. But she tested it out and I can feel it as well. It's basically the same grip width, and she heard on YouTube, I think.
Yeah, because Leki does that?
Yeah,
Like the
so
Leki
basically she thought we will go that in a second,
Mhm.
because Leki does have a difference in handle width, but just so you know, at least from the feeling that we get, we don't think that Black Diamond does that. It doesn't also mention it on
No,
their
but you can
website.
also see it. Like if you.
Yeah, you can also see it.
Yeah.
But anyways, the quality difference is, I mean, you saw me already opening it. The biggest difference is, or I'll just name all the differences. This one is made from aluminium and carbon fiber. I have no idea where the carbon fiber is. I think it's in this tip, at least from what I can feel. And this portion is aluminium, and this portion is carbon fiber, from what I think. And this one does have a removable tip as well, and like this one, it clicks. So that's one of the biggest difference, is that it clicks and you just have a length here, and then you choose your centimeters by pulling it like this. For example, for me it's 115 centimeters, and then you're done. With these ones, or maybe you will also experience cheaper ones, they do not have like a steady length, and you may risk not having the same length for both poles, and you will struggle to get the same length for both poles. But with these ones, it's just taking it out, finding your thing and then clicking it, and then you're done. So you see that it's very fast, and this one you have to pull it and then pull it in. I'm still learning, but it's it's a lot faster than the other ones. And these ones are also adjustable, so you can adjust how hard it is. I made mine a bit more soft, a bit looser. But yeah, these ones, I mean, I haven't tested it in the, I want to say jungle, but I haven't tested it in nature yet. But they feel fantastic. And of course, they have also anti-shock, both of them. So basically you have anti-shock here, and then there's a big difference between these two, because just so you know, this one has anti-shock, or no, this one has anti-shock, this one has anti-shock, this one has anti-shock, this one doesn't, and this one also has anti-shock. But basically the grip feels nice, like I said before, and the grip feels nice, like I said before, and the handle also feels very nice and durable and high quality and very soft, and you're not like scared that you're gonna break it. The only thing I saw on YouTube is that it doesn't really tighten here that much. So unlike this one, it's not like fastened with a screw, so this thing is not going anywhere. It is adjustable here, but this thing is not moving. But this, I saw on YouTube that the guy said, like when you're putting a lot of pressure here, it can eventually go down. But I think he's a very, very big man, or very strong, so maybe that's why. But I haven't experienced it with my pole when I tested it, so I don't think that will be that much of a problem. And he also stated that it wasn't that much of a problem. If I find a video, I will put it down in the description so you can see for yourself. But basically this is it. So the color you may see is lighter on my camera, but in real world it's a bit more, it is glossy here, but it's a bit darker shade than what you see in my camera, at least from what I see now. But it's a very beautiful pole, I think. And with the women's version you get a snow basket, but with the men's version, unfortunately, you do not get a snow basket. I was pretty surprised and shocked. I was like, why do the women get the snow basket, but we don't? But anyways, this one, it doesn't come with a cover as well, so both of them don't come with a tip cover. These ones are actually from my old poles. I just put them on, but this one also has a removable, basically the same as these ones, but I think the black one and gray looks much nicer, and it's basically the same mechanism, very easy, and then you're done, ready to go. So I really like it. Also the anti-shock here, black, aluminium and carbon fiber here. I think At least from my experience with carbon fiber and aluminium, it feels like that. And also you have a grip here, so you can grip your hands, and also here. Of course, if you're gripping it here, it's suggested that you grip it like that. So what I did was up and then down, and you have a very steady grip. So I very much like these poles, and yeah, that's the reason I got them. And these are the poles I found the most attractive. So yeah, the only thing is here is a bit glossy. I don't like gloss, but it matches and it like makes it a bit more positive. I mean, I don't think dark colors are negative. I think they're positive, but maybe if some people see on the track or in nature, they don't think you're a crazy person or so with all black. So yeah, this gives it a bit of life, which is nice and refreshing. Man, I talked a lot about these poles for 19 minutes. I may cut a lot out. I need also water from talking that much, but I'm a talker, but I'm trying to be better in these videos and make it shorter and get more to the point, but I think I will get better as time goes on. But